Hello everyone, and welcome to another video by Conciliation of the People. Today I have a message to present to those who will see this. Before I read this message, I do want to explain a few things because I do not want people to be freaked out by how it presents. Firstly, I want to explain that I channel by typing. My most pure channels are typing. I should put it like that. If you don't know anything about like the energies of our bodies and how they interact with the universe, our fingers are actually antennae, and this is some really cool stuff. You should probably dig into it if this resonates with you. There is definitely more to this. It is understood in Eastern cultures, and there is some scientific research that's starting to show some clear results. The second thing I do want to say is that you will never hear nor see a true message from source in first person singular. God is not singular, and the concept of God is the all. My 10-year-old son channeled a very beautiful message regarding this not too long ago, saying, God is the universe of us, God is the love of us. This is extremely profound. Like, I only understood this within the last few months, how profound that statement was. And the resonation rang so clearly within me. It said oneness. We are one love. If your human is having a hard time grasping the concept of the all, please refer to the Bible or the Tanakh. Genesis 1:26 clearly states, and God said, "Let us make man in our image after our likeness." I also will be posting my understandings of how we are one and how at the center we are consciousness, so do stay tuned for those. I do also want it to be understood that I have never identified with a religion, and I currently do not identify with a religion. Though I have been to church a handful of times in my life. The last few times that I went a few years ago were out of guidance, which was definitely to my surprise. I am a spiritual being on a spiritual path in a spiritual journey. And the creator, as I've found, is quite creative. Because I was guided down this path that I totally was against. I was always against religion. I was a non-believer for a very long time. Very, very long time. Because I was just looking at the world and thinking, there's no way. But that's different now. Everything has changed for me. But I do want to mention that my path has taken me towards messages in the Bible and the Tanakh in order for me to remember who I am. This is so important for me, my personal experience, to remember who I am coming from these two works. But this does not mean that I do not find validity in the other world religions. It's actually quite opposite. I think that together, all of the religions and their sacred teachings have the truth. And I'm on a mission right now to reconcile the differences between the religions by understanding their sacred teachings. And I'm trying to find common themes like love and compassion and gratitude, because those things, you really don't need a religion to follow those things. And ultimately, I don't think that it matters how we choose to worship our creator. And it doesn't have to be in a church. I worship God every day. Every moment I try to. If I'm stuck in my human, I have a problem, obviously, but I try to worship every moment of every day, and it doesn't mean that I sit there and stop everything that I'm doing. It's in passing sometimes, just being grateful for what's happening, even if it's not great in your experience, be grateful for it. But I'm currently taking a comparative world religions course to hopefully receive some unbiased information regarding the belief systems and their teachings. But yeah, okay, so now that I have clarified those few things, I do want to get into the reason for this video. So I do want to also note that the particular message in this channel is timeless, and it will appear to those who need to see it when they need to see it. Message to spiritual leaders. Good evening, all. Welcome, lightworkers, spirit guides, new age spiritual leaders, and religious leaders looking to change the direction of the world. We hope this finds you well. We are so grateful for your abilities to see during these times of chaos. You are beacons of light, messengers, advisors, healers. The antenna pushing the high frequency of love into the vibrations amongst Gaia. You are loved and highly honored for your works, which are benevolent. Like a snow-cooled drink at harvest time is a trustworthy messenger to the one, Source, who sends him. He refreshes the spirit of his master, Source. Proverbs 25:13. It has come to our attention that some of you may be feeling superiority at this time, or you may be utilizing superlatives in your words. Please take heed. Remember that no single person is best or worst at anything. Be cautious of the words you speak into the universe. The subconscious is easily impressed. It does not take much to shift from the alignment of unity into the self, the me. It is also important to understand that woke is not an actual thing. It's an impression upon your mind. Let us be clear that it is one that is limiting in nature. You are placing a glass ceiling upon your soul evolution, the evolution of your consciousness. When understanding the nature of the universe, the human understands it as infinite, infinitely expanding. Your soul evolution, the evolution of your consciousness, your awakening will be infinite as well. It is one that must be consistently, constantly strived for. It is possible to fall back asleep on yourselves. Let the one who is channeling this explain her experiences to you one day. We know these times are extremely chaotic and that it is invigorating in its own right. Please understand that each of you has different qualities, each of which is necessary to complete this stage of evolution. Do not cause unneeded tension by saying you are greatest or best at something. You are not. Only God is. Do not give cause for jealousy. Do not lose sight of unity. Love. Do not use superlatives. Your words are powerful, and the Lord, spiritual law, acts according to your creation. At the beginning of all creation, there was sound, God's voice. The book of John, the Word became flesh. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him, nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Book of John, chapter 1, 1 through 5. Your words hold your power. Your words give life to your creations. Be mindful of the things you say, and even of those things you think with powerful intent. As water reflects the face, so one's life reflects the heart. Proverbs 27:19. This is the law of attraction. Many of you are speaking from your heart at a high rate. Your energies are extremely connected to the Lord, spiritual law. And the repercussions of your ego speaking out, the me part of your ego speaking out in this frequency are not ideal. Please be aware. Remember to fear the Lord, spiritual law. This does not mean to be afraid of God. This means to have profound reverence and awe for the Lord, spiritual law. Reverence, meaning honor or respect shown towards the Lord, spiritual law. Awe, meaning an emotion variously combining dread, anxiety. Veneration, respect inspired by dignity, wisdom, dedication, or talent of God. And wonder that is inspired by authority or by the sacred or sublime. Inspires awe because of elevated quality or transcendent excellence. Do not disregard spiritual law. It does not disregard you. Impress upon yourselves that spiritual law is biased towards benevolence. Many scriptures regarding love your enemy. This is not hard to find. Thank you so much for listening today. Infinite blessings of love and light to you all.